Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reacting to SAMIRA the Desert Rose. All right, so SAMIRA, honestly, I don't know very much about her, actually. I know she's a little bit newer of a champion, so anyways, and then I believe she's a Shuriman champion, technically. Other than that, yeah, I don't really know too much about her, so let's go ahead and dive in and learn more about SAMIRA. Okay, I was totally wrong. Region is Noxus. Role Marksman. The quote says, virtues, I've got a few. Vices, a few more. Ooh, I really like that quote. And related champions, all we have is Darius and LeBlanc. Okay, maybe that's jogging my memory a little bit now that she's from Noxus. And I think like maybe LeBlanc had her do something or like hired her for something, but I can't recall exactly what it was for. SAMIRA stares death in the eye with unyielding confidence, seeking thrill wherever she goes. After her Shuriman home was destroyed as a child, okay, so I wasn't too far off. SAMIRA found her true calling in Noxus, where she built a reputation as a stylish daredevil taking on dangerous missions of the highest caliber. Wielding black powder pistols and a custom-engineered blade, SAMIRA thrives in life or death circumstances, eliminating any who stand in her way with flash and flare. Okay, so obviously kind of like some sort of bounty hunter is my guess. In the city of Amakra, on the eastern edge of the Great Sai, SAMIRA and her parents made a living as street performers. They dazzled, beguiled, and awed onlookers, which thrilled SAMIRA but worried her parents. Despite the fun their daughter had, they wish she could enjoy a more stable life. But wishes are as fickle as the desert rain. On the eve of SAMIRA's 14th birthday, armed strangers swarmed Amakra. Hidden among the rafters of her home, SAMIRA watched as the strangers invoked the name of an ancient magus and seized innocent villagers. Many people were slain before her eyes. SAMIRA did not cry. She did not scream. Instead, she seethed in anger, not at the killers, but at herself for hiding. Oh, wow. So that's why she becomes who she is as an adult, huh? She had never felt crippled by fear before, even when she attempted the most daring stunts. In that moment, SAMIRA hated herself and vowed never to feel so scared and helpless again. Though wounded, SAMIRA and her parents escaped to Belzun, a port city under Noxian rule with a handful of others. To the Macarans, Noxus provided a safe haven. To SAMIRA, Noxus opened a door. While other refugees found comfort in living quietly, SAMIRA was determined to reclaim her courage. She took to the streets alone since her parents, weary and injured, could not. Performing was no longer a job, it was her stage to be fearless. She outdid herself with every stunt, even when no one bothered to look, but it was still not enough to support her family. That was when SAMIRA stumbled upon a call to join a Noxian warband. Drawn to the excitement and the financial resources it would provide, she enlisted. Okay, so she's a part of the Noxian, like, army-ish, basically. I think I recall hearing that. Her physical prowess amazed her peers. Deft with a blade and sharp with her aim, SAMIRA reveled in her raw athleticism, excelling in combat, but faltering in discipline. After 2 years of training, her recklessness frustrated her commanding officers, save for one, Captain Indari. Why do I recognize that name? A former saboteur, Indari valued SAMIRA's fearlessness and offered her a position in her private warband, a specialized unit charged with missions that were deemed too perilous for standard military personnel. Hungry for the dangers it promised, SAMIRA agreed without hesitation. She fully embraced Noxian culture, finding her own strength and style amid life and death shootouts and breathtaking sword fights. In her free time, SAMIRA regaled her family with stories of her tattoos, each representing only her most unforgettable feats. To her, what mattered most was challenging herself to turn danger into thrill and thriving off the constant risks that made her feel truly alive. Man, I really wonder what her parents think, though. On orders from the capital, Indari's unit found themselves on the Rokrun plains, sent to crush a secessionist uprising. As the warband located the enemy stronghold and approached the rebel leader, the fortress exploded. SAMIRA dove headfirst into the chaos as the structure collapsed, permanently injuring her right eye. Okay, so there's where we learn that she loses an eye here. How do you lose your eye in, like, a structure collapsing? That's very random. Feeling neither scared nor helpless, she wasted no time in recovering Indari, who had sustained a more serious injury. The captain could no longer move her legs. Indari, frustrated at her failure as their leader, disbanded the unit upon the return of its survivors. Discharged, and with no other opportunities rousing her interest, SAMIRA drifted back home to Belzun, but it was no longer a lifestyle she could endure. Okay, so what's going to happen then? SAMIRA returned to the Noxian capital and located Indari. She believed her former captain understood her craving for challenges in ways nobody else could, and wanted to make use of Indari's connections in the military and noble houses. She proposed they team up again in a new partnership, where Indari could operate behind the scenes to find SAMIRA high-stakes mercenary work. Okay, there's where she becomes a mercenary/bounty hunter. Reluctantly, Indari agreed, but it left her former protege alone with no field support, and SAMIRA couldn't have been happier. She eagerly undertook missions meant for entire warbands and thrived. Her daredevil reputation spread far and wide, from beating a Chem Baron in hand-to-hand combat to being the lone survivor of a Bilgewater raid. SAMIRA completed every job no matter the odds. Okay, so she's like going all over. Ken Baron obviously means Zon to me, and then she's doing like stuff at Bilgewater as well. With Andari's support, even the Noxian High Command accepted her, recognizing there was no better suited to take on their most perilous missions. Now SAMIRA shows no signs of slowing down. She can be found scaling mountain cliffs one day and arm wrestling outlaws in crowded taverns the next. But wherever she may be, one thing is certain, SAMIRA never fails to find her next big thrill. Okay, so I mean, obvious like comparisons here in my mind, I immediately think of Boba Fett in Star Wars. You know, he's like the best bounty hunter that there is. You can't really think of, I mean, there's a lot of bounty hunters I know in Star Wars, but when you think of one name, you usually think of like Boba Fett, Jango Fett, his dad, or I mean, there's other bounty hunters you can think of as well, but very cool. I love bounty hunters. I love their stories. I love the origin. I think she's going to be a fun character to fully dive into. Wow, I really love the artwork here. The story we're going to be reading is called Daredevil Impulse. The weapon shop looked grimy, just the way SAMIRA liked it. A sign hung askew on the door, Lonnie and Meal Munitions. SAMIRA heard about this Noxian hole in the wall from Captain Andari, who'd received a tip from one of her old saboteur connections. That and the fact the apprentices were moonlighted as tattoo artists was enough to intrigue SAMIRA. She stepped in, and Andari followed. The captain didn't need to tag along, but it wasn't like SAMIRA could tell her otherwise. Inside, SAMIRA smelled molten iron and saw tools rarely found in Noxian armories. A chirpy woman who was two elaborate piercings welded Zonite brass while her partner, a woman built like an ox, cleaned a hex carbine. Tattooed apprentices helped wherever they could. Okay, so they have like items and things from Piltover and Zon and stuff in here. How much coin you wasting today? Andari asked, adjusting the hand rims of her wooden wheelchair. Her voice carried the strength of many decades in service to the Empire. Years ago, her disapproval would have stung. Now annoying, the captain was just a bonus. Not nearly as much as I'd like to. SAMIRA saw two pistols displayed in glass. One had the color of charcoal, the other was a revolver, sleek in silver. Both contained untested Zonite innovations. These as easy on the hands as they are in my eyes, SAMIRA asked. They're the best we got, the welder shouted. Mila and I made them with materials imported from back home. My home, that is. Will cost you a fortune. Oh, are these going to be like her signature weapons? I wonder. SAMIRA threw a sack of coins on a counter. Behind her, Andari crossed her arms. That's the whole payout from your last mission. SAMIRA smiled. A woman's got to have the right equipment for the job. Besides, the last firearms I had weren't that exciting. Dari shook her head. Sam, even for you, this is reckless. Okay, calling her Sam. SAMIRA beamed, just like you taught me. The journey into the southern jungles took weeks, and to SAMIRA's disappointment, not even one person had tried to kill her. Standing near a large stone building, she double-checked the location the captain marked on her journal, a compound near Qualthala, rumored to house a weapon that threatened the Empire. Orders were to retrieve the weapon and leave no survivors. The building, devoid of markings, loomed before her, its wooden doors smashed to pieces. Huh, SAMIRA mused. She stepped forward and then stopped herself. Lifting up her right boot, she picked off a piece of warped iron stuck to the metal clasp. Strange, she thought, staring at its unnatural shape. Then came rushed footsteps. Two guards faced her, wielding spears. Another intruder, one shouted. Don't let this one get away. My kind of welcoming party. SAMIRA drew her pistols. Sliding to her right, she unloaded a flurry of bullets, executing the guards before they were within spear's length. SAMIRA's brow furrowed. Not much of a challenge now, was it? She pressed on, sprinting loudly past metal debris in the corridors of the compound, figuring this be the best way to attract everyone's attention. War Masons, alerted to the intrusion, ran toward her. Round 2, let's make this fun. Yeah, obviously, she's not a stealth champion. Out of the corner of her eye, she saw a table shoved against the wall. SAMIRA rushed forward and jumped onto it. Leaping off the tabletop, she spun in a wild circle, mowing down her pursuers in a blaze of gunfire before her feet hit the ground. Without rest, she hopped over a crushed balcony to land in an open courtyard. Nearby was another building, its door smashed apart. See, we need a cinematic for this story. Someone must have beat me to this weapon, she thought, smirking. Been years since that's happened. SAMIRA's pulse quickened. Hearing the faintest rumble, she spun around, guns pointed forward. Now I'm very curious who this person that beat her to the weapon is. Two massive figures charged into the courtyard. SAMIRA smiled. Basilisks, lucky me. Atop each was an armored soldier wielding a bladed axe. The hair on SAMIRA's arms rose in excitement. Looky here, target practice. She here for the Knoll Kid too? The Knoll Kid? What? One of the soldiers asked. Doesn't matter, kid's gone, and this one's looking like nothing like the earlier intruder, said the second soldier, turning to SAMIRA. What are you? SAMIRA raised an eyebrow. What am I? Is the last thing you'll see. Ha, this one's got a bullet tore into his head. What a shame, SAMIRA said, checking her revolver. Wasted my last round on him. The soldier fell dead to the ground. His basilisk roared, charging headfirst towards SAMIRA, its jaw snapping. Come and get it, beast. Dude, I really need this as a cinematic. What the heck? SAMIRA crouched. She felt her heart race, but didn't move a muscle. Won't be as thrilling until the basilisk drew close. SAMIRA's fingers itched. Just the right moment. She reared back her arms and chucked her guns at its eyes, dazing the beast for a moment. Turning her back, she leapt into the air, flipping her body in a perfect backward circle before landing on the creature's saddle. Pulling the reins taut, she jerked her mount to face the remaining soldier. The soldier growled, "Rel, send you to clean up the mess." Oh, Rel. Rel is the other person. We don't know much about Rel. I know she's like a young, she's been transformed or something. She's got like some cybernetics to her or something. That's all I know about Rel. Okay. I think that's right. Anyways, she's like a horse. No, she's got like a giant lance. I don't know. I don't remember anything about Rel, to be honest with you. Nope, never heard of him. Noxus sent me, Samira answered, enjoying her foe's confusion. Sometimes I'm sent to save the strong. Other times, her eyes locked with the soldiers, to cull the weak. Enraged, the soldier forced his mount forward. Samira loosened her grip and whispered, "Go." Her basilisk lurched forward to meet the other rider. He came at her with his axe held high, aiming for her neck. Tisk, tisk, common mistake. Samira arched her back as her mount met his, dodging his slash and unsheathing her sword in one swift motion. With a crescent swing, she struck her blade at his stomach. The soldier roared, "That won't work on this armor. Darling, I don't work, I slay." Dude, okay. Samira's awesome. Let's be honest. She's pretty awesome in this story. Samira pumped the slide barrel attached to the dull edge of her blade and pulled the trigger. Black powder burst out behind her sword, forcing the blade forward to break open the soldier's armor. With an excited yell, she split her torso apart before leaping off her mount to land on her feet, smoke billowing off her sword. Both basilisks, now riderless, stood still. Samira cut their saddles off. As the beasts fled to their freedom, she kicked the dead bodies aside, retrieving her empty pistols. On the other side of the courtyard, a crumbling stairway spiraled downward beyond the building's smashed doors. Samira followed it to the remains of a stone prison cell, warped pieces of metal scattered everywhere. The front door was destroyed while the back wall was torn asunder, leaving a gaping hole that tunneled out into the jungle. What were they keeping in here? Samira walked around the space, examining the destruction. Split by jagged shards of metal was a small cot fit for a child. Shrugging, she took a seat, reached into her pocket, and pulled out a flask. With her boots resting on the wreckage, she leaned back and raised the flask high into the air. "Congratulations, weapon. Whatever or whoever you are, you've got my attention." Yeah, this is a very intriguing story so far, to be honest with you. Weeks later, Samira was back in the weapons shop. A skeptical Andari sat nearby as a burly male apprentice touched up Samira's tattoo with bronze needles. "Anything new today?" he asked. "Nah, not quite thrilling enough, but something dangerous is on the way, so leave some space." Andari rolled her eyes. "So, how were they?" "Exquisite. I'll be playing with these for a while." "Wow," Andari said, feigning admiration. "The Great Desert Rose, reusing guns. Life's full of surprises." Samira placed a handful of coins on the counter before walking out. "Keep the missions coming, Captain," she said with a salute. "You know where to find me." Andari wheeled after her. "What do you mean, I know where to find you? Last time you were jumping off some remote cliff in Shurima. My scouts nearly died trying to locate you." But Samira was already gone. Frustrated, Andari returned to the shop. "One of these days," she mumbled under her breath, "she'll have to fend for herself." The tattoo artist, now without the guise of dark sorcery, walked out from the shadows to reveal a woman's shape, her face pale under the light. "Captain Andari, you will give her whatever she wants. The Empire needs Samira." The tattoo artist, now without the guise of dark sorcery, walked out from the shadows to reveal a woman's shape, her face pale under the light. I'm guessing, you guys tell me if I'm absolutely wrong, but is that just straight up LeBlanc, right? So LeBlanc is keeping an eye on Samira and knows that Samira is doing great work for Noxus. If that's LeBlanc, I feel like a dummy if it's not, then that makes this a super intriguing story. Number one, the thing with Rel. Was Rel the weapon or was Rel after a weapon? And what was the weapon? Number two, LeBlanc just being involved in this kind of stuff is always a really, really interesting and cool thing. And then Captain Andari is kind of an interesting character as well, just because Andari kind of taught her some of the ways and things like that. So this was an awesome story. There was a lot of things going on in it. There's a lot of action even as well, which is why I think this needs to be a cinematic. Like, this would get people, I think this would be such a good story to have as a cinematic. That's all. All right, this is exciting. We kind of had a champion spotlight to watch lately just because we've doing a little bit of older champions lately. So this is kind of cool. Let's do it. We got a newer champ.
Meet Samira, the Desert Rose. As a young Shuriman, she made a name for herself among the war bands of Noxus by taking on the most dangerous missions with ease. She's a gunslinging, sword-swinging
I love that she has a freaking blade and a
else.
sword, dude.
Name's Samira.
That's
Try
awesome.
not to slow me down.
Think you can keep up? Welcome to the Samira Champion Spotlight.
Nice. I like the music we're hearing too, if that's her theme. All right, what are these abilities? What do you got?
Samira's
Daredevil
passive is her
Impulse.
Daredevil Impulse. Wielding both guns and a sword, Samira can strike from a distance or melee range, switching weapons automatically when she attacks.
Cool.
Whenever Samira hits an enemy champion, she starts building her style rank from E up to S.
Style
Each
rank.
hit must be distinct from the previous one to add to the combo, so no
Oh.
spamming. Weave auto attacks and abilities to stack your style. The more stylish you
Whoa.
are, the faster you move.
Oh, that's
Increase rank
interesting.
Up to S to activate your ultimate, with more on that later.
Oh, okay.
If Samira leaves combat, her style resets shortly afterward.
I never go
That's
out
such
of
an
style.
interesting passive.
Additionally, if Samira targets an enemy affected by hard crowd control in her attack range, she will knock them up into the air, unleashing a flurry of shots at the same time. Juggling
Cool.
ain't just for clowns. Samira's Q
Flare.
is Flare, and she's got plenty to spare. She fires out a shot, and the first enemy gets got.
And swings too, I
If
think.
that
maybe?
enemy is
No?
in melee range,
Yeah.
Samira instead slashes with her sword.
Cool.
No rose is without its thorns. This attack can critically strike for a good chunk of bonus damage.
Nice.
Samira's W, Blade Whirl, has a passive that grants bonus damage to attacks with her
Ooh,
blade.
it's like 2 swings.
When activated, Samira unleashes her inner Swordmaster and spins in a circle for a brief moment, damaging enemies and destroying enemy missiles in the area.
Oh, that's so cool.
Move over, Yasuo. The Tilt Queen is here.
The tilt
With
queen.
her E, Wild Rush, Samira dashes through an ally or enemy within range, slashing enemies along her path. Anytime
or an
Samira
ally.
gets a takedown, Wild Rush's cooldown resets,
Oh,
allowing
it's
her to get back into or out
That's
of
pretty
the
cool
fight.
that you get to do it again after a
But
kill.
effective.
Activate Flare alongside Wild Rush, deal extra damage to targets along your path. Or use
Okay.
Blade Whirl right before you dash to save a teammate. You can put it on their tab.
Keep the change.
Oh, you can go through the terrain as
You're
well.
gonna
Very
need it.
nice.
Remember
Okay,
that
these
style
abilities
rank
seem
you
fun.
built up? Once Samira earns an S grade, she can cast her ultimate, Inferno.
You
trigger.
have to have
Samira unleashes a sandstorm
Ultimate,
of attacks,
though, or
hitting
S?
enemies in an area around her several times over a few seconds.
Interesting.
These
Okay,
shots
I've
can
seen that
critically
ultimate from
strike
TFT.
And activate lifesteal, but not on hit effects.
Hmm.
Hard crowd control will knock Samira out of her ultimate, so look for the right moment to go bang, bang, bang.
Ah,
Taking
okay.
a quick break.
Since
That
Samira
kinda
is
sucks, I
always
feel
swollen
like.
for a fight, this spell has no cooldown. As soon as you have enough style,
Oh.
she's ready to go again.
Okay, so I was gonna say there's got to be something to make it like I don't
Not
know.
even
Yeah,
looking.
the fact that there's no
Samira is at her
cooldown,
best when she's weaving in and out of fights, unloading at the perfect time.
so she's kind of like a
During the laning
combo.
phase, she styles on
champ, I
enemies who
feel
depend
like.
on skill shots and forces them to fight on her terms. Pair her with an engaged support for some flashy plays in the bot lane.
Okay.
Team fights are where Samira really gets lit.
Yeah,
Build
I was gonna
style by
say, that
weaving
probably
autos
makes
in
sense.
between each ability as you go. Inferno Trigger can interrupt Blade Whirl, so when you see your moment, press W for a quick final
Nice.
stack and clean up with Inferno Trigger.
That looks cool.
With such a short range and only one escape tool, choosing the right fight with Samira is the difference between living fast and dying young.
Okay.
Came all this way to die?
Be careful about being too wild with Wild Rush. Going in at the wrong time or on the wrong target
Yeah, you'll just
turns
get killed.
Samira into Sadmira.
Settle down, sweet
Gotcha.
cake.
Ready to show off your play style in the bot lane?
Maybe a little bit
Play
like a
Samira,
glass
the
cannon
Desert Rose.
kind of character. I don't know.
Check out the links in the description below to learn more about this flashy marksman.
Ooh, I love all of
Now,
her
who's ready for
animations.
some pizza?
Oh, yeah, that takes a lot of core strength. Jeez. Okay. Usually they show us like some extra skins and stuff here at the very end, but this was probably early on and she doesn't have any. She's actually probably not going to have too many skins for us to actually look at. But anyways, regardless, I think her abilities are really fun. I think it would possibly be somebody that I'd try, but I feel like the hardest part of Samira is going to be the fact that you have to like get your combo up to S or your ranking up to S in order to use the ultimate. I feel like if you're very bad or like not so good at doing that, then I don't know, you probably just shouldn't play the champion because it seems like you got to be very good at getting from E to S pretty constantly or consistently to play Samira for sure. All right, champion trailer up next. Here we go. I love all her weapons. She's definitely a badass. Okay, the athleticism as well.
Looky here. Target practice.
Okay. I love just like the combination of using a sword and a gun. Like that automatically makes the character kind of cool, I feel like. Oh, they're showing the combo stuff at the bottom, the E, D, C, D, A, S. Okay.
Let's make this fun.
Interesting that they're showing that at the very bottom to show you how many different moves and like combos you can do. Okay, we're at A. You can't ultimate at A though. You have to be at S, huh? Oh. Okay, that was pretty cool.
Came all this way to die.
You guys have to let me know. Is she pretty difficult to use? Whoa.
Name SAMIRA. Try not to slow me down.
Cool.
Buy something nice. On me.
What? Okay. Okay. That was a good trailer. I feel like that was a great trailer, actually. What? What? Huh? Okay, so she has unlimited ammo. Understood. All right, next up is the Legends of Runeterra trailer for her. Check it out. How's she gonna work in Legends of Runeterra?
Don't ask for permission or
All right, 2 mana, 2/2, quick attack. When I'm summoned or strike, create a flare in hand if you don't have one. Okay. Level up when I've seen you play 6+ cards. Resets when you start a round with the attack token. Okay, so interesting. So it's a little bit like her in League. You have your turn, and then when they're on defense, to play 6+ cards to get her to level up. Okay.
forgiveness.
Before it comes back to you again.
Hope they're watching.
I feel like that'd
You
be
want
pretty
style? You
easy to
found
do if you have enough cards in hand for sure to level her up.
We've got it. Is this your best?
Okay, we got flare,
There are
stylish
two types
shot.
of people, the quick and the dead.
Very nice. What is that? 3 cards now? 4 cards?
Follow me.
That's 5. Here we
Try
go.
to keep up. Don't hold anything back. I won't.
Oh, hold on. Did she just ride the sword? Excuse me? That was such an awesome level up animation. Who does that? Dude, hold on. That was so good. I want to see it. I want to see it one more time. We got to see it one more time. Obviously, she's going after her target.
Try to keep up. Don't hold anything back.
Riding the wall, riding the sword. Okay, that's insane. So now she's a 3/3 with a quick attack, and then when I'm summoned or strike, create a 0-cost flare in hand. When you play 6+ cards, rally. Cool.
I know it's hard, but try not to stare.
I know it's hard, but try not to stare. Oh, I shouldn't listen to the voice lines till later.
For all that daring espionage,
A bastard and a refugee. We're quite a pair, eh?
don't need to reload a fist.
I love that they
Fists aren't the
incorporate
most
like the
effective
E,
weapon, but I admire your
DC,
panache.
like the
What a
combo stuff
shame.
in Legends of Runeterra as well. It's cool.
This should be fun.
I feel like that's not easy to make
Come
card
on,
design
you
around.
Sorry lot. Where's your spirit?
There's the 0-cost flare.
Ha.
You can't take me. I'm the best brawler here.
I hope so. I'd hate to waste my time on anyone less. Blink and you'll miss me.
It's interesting that Samira's in Legends of Runeterra already before we've gotten like some of the older champs in. I'm just saying. Oh, that was a cool animation.
You'll be sold out sooner than you know.
You'll always be our favorite customer.
Yes, I've noticed. Love the mask? Sorry it's going to get blood on
Cool.
it.
Lots going on here, man. Samira's all out. What do we got? Daring Demolisher, Dame the Despoiler. I love all the character designs in these in this set for Samira. Cool. Yeah, I'm excited that she's already in Legends of Runeterra, but like I was saying, there's a lot of like older champs that we've reacted to that aren't in the game yet, which is kind of odd that she's already in. I don't know how they decide who goes in, who doesn't, but anyway. All right, let's check out the champion theme. Now I'm expecting, I don't know, some kind of like badass music, I feel like, because it's Samira. She's a bounty hunter. She's cool. She knows what she's doing. I don't know. Let's give it a listen. It might be like Noxus or Shuriman sort of style as well. Let's give it a listen. Okay, or it'll be very fast-paced. Kind of like action movie kind of music, I feel like. Is this the fastest music we've ever had? Because it's pretty quick. Okay. Ooh. Is that cello? No, what is that? That's not a cello. That's just a violin, isn't it? It feels very grand, doesn't it? Adventurous, action. Ooh. I like that little part there. It almost gives off kind of like Uncharted, Indiana Jones kind of like vibes to it, no? Assassin's Creed, maybe even? Kind of like that open world kind of landscape. Dude, it's so fast the entire time. It has not stopped. Like, it's still going. You think even when right here it's going to slow down? No. It's still going so fast. This thing's crazy. This has so many layers to it. What? Okay, how are people not talking about this theme? I'm sorry. Okay, it slowed down a little. But still, no. No, it really didn't. Oh, is it building a little? I think it is. Okay. Oh, the note change. Interesting. Dude, I'm sorry, but this... People are sleeping on this. Maybe people aren't sleeping on it. Maybe I just don't know how popular it is, but... This thing's insane. 3 minutes as well, a longer one. Listen to all the strings and all the other elements. Like, there were so many elements to this going fast the entire time. That was so good. Guys, I don't know, man. That was a fantastic champion theme in my eyes. Let me look. I want to look at, like, the artists on this. Music by Andrea Bellucci, I guess. Violin, Paul Cartwright. Viola. There was cello in there, Cameron Stone. That was nuts. That was a really, really good champion theme. How many views does this thing have? Okay, 1.7. Okay. So I'm not crazy. This thing has, like, this is crazy. This is really, really good. Oh, it says the top one of the top comments says that violinist really went EDCBAS with the passive of her abilities and stuff. What? Did they really do that? Because that's actually really cool if they did, note-wise. Imagine login screens still exist. This was a really good theme, in my opinion, guys. You will have to let me know your thoughts on this one. I thought this one was excellent. All right, so we have 5 skins to check out for SAMIRA, which is nice. I'm excited that we actually have at least 5. I would like to view the original in 3D. Let's just get a view of this. I mean, I think it's a great character design. The sword is super cool. The gun is super cool. Actually, both guns, actually. Excuse me. And then, like, the boots and just, like, the overall outfit. And I mean, her hair is awesome as well. And then I like this little, I don't even know what you want to call it, little banner hanging from the sword. It's pretty cool. Ooh, now we have Psyops. We've seen a couple of Psyops skins, but let's take a look at this one. Ooh, okay. So I first off love the color of the hair. I also love that the hilt here has the little wrappings around it in gold. I don't know, like the gold really sticks out. The guns are a little bit different. I really love the sword with the like steel color and then like the dark black color. I think it looks really good. That's the overall scheme of this, really, is like the black with the dark silver or whatever. Yeah, honestly, I think this one's for sure better than the original personally, but let's go ahead and look at the rest. Okay, we have Space Groove. Now I remember we saw a Space Groove recently that was super fire. Let's see what the one for SAMIRA looks like. Okay, interesting. This is it's a little weird. You got the freaking, what are these pants called where it flares at the bottom? I don't know. Okay, the guns, definitely like alien space, kind of like, you know, space 70s vibe. I think the whole outfit and everything is going with the theme very well. I like actually how this turns in on itself and becomes like just one big, it almost looks like half a set of scissors, which is kind of cool, actually. I really like it, but you know what's killing it for me is the headpiece and the overall outfit. Like, I like the guns, I like the sword. I think it's the outfit for me. It's just kind of weird. Let's see some other chromas though. Maybe, okay, so see, like, I didn't like the colors, so maybe we'll find some better color scheme here. I mean, no, it's all kind of the same. I mean, it's not a bad skin. It's just not, it's not what I would use. Okay, man, who doesn't have a high noon skin at this point? Freaking new champions have high noon skins. It's like they just want to rush out a high noon skin every time. Wow. Okay, I love the boots, love the guns, love the hair, the eye patch. The overall outfit is just really cool. The sword. Ooh, High Noon might be my fave over the Psyops one. We'll have to run back and see, but yeah, this one's really good. I've been really liking the High Noon skins so far lately. Okay, and last but not least is the Soul Fighter skin. Now, I remember liking some of these in the past. You know, it's got the fighting kind of stuff. Okay, hold on. What? She's bobbing too. I love the eye patch with the X over it. The hair. Okay, hold on. Oh, the freaking sword's like Soul Calibur. Isn't it the Soul Calibur sword? I'm not that familiar with fighting games, like just a little bit. Okay, I mean, guys, this takes the cake. Look at the little chain dangling here. Look at the guns. Look at the sword. Look at the just artwork in general. I'm sorry, but Soul Fighter kind of like clears the rest of the skins out. This skin by far is my absolute favorite. I actually really love this Soul Fighter SAMIRA skin. I think they really took their time with this, and I think it was really well done. This is one of my favorite skins, man. This is a really good skin. The overall design on it with the guns and the eye patch and the sword is just great. All right, definitely want to hear from you guys, though. What was your favorite skin of SAMIRA's? I think Soul Fighter is definitely the best, but you guys might have a different one. All right, we have a good chunk of trivia here. It says SAMIRA, Elise, Gnar, Jace, Kayle, and Nidalee are the only champions to be conditionally considered both ranged and melee. Okay, cool. SAMIRA was accidentally pushed to PvE prior to the supposed reveal. How do they keep leaking stuff, man? SAMIRA is one of 20 champions without a single ability power ratio on any ability. Unlike conventional emotes, SAMIRA's taunt has mechanical function. It creates a coin skill shot that, if SAMIRA has 1 coin to spare, deals 1 damage and gives 1 coin to enemy champions. What? That's kind of cool. It automatically aims toward dead enemy champions in range. SAMIRA's movement animations change form depending on whether her recent attack used the gun or the blade. Oh, cool. The blocking animation of Blade Whirl has SAMIRA explicitly shoot every single incoming projectile. Oh, that's awesome. Good job, animation devs. SAMIRA was teased in-game with the Style Rank S loot item earnable in patch 10.17. It was awarded by scoring a takedown after fighting in a manner like Daredevil Impulse. If players look at the Daredevil Impulse stacks in the slot, it will show "Why are you looking? Go style" on your enemies. I don't know what any of that stuff means, but I'm sure you guys do. All right, on the Fandom Wiki now, a lot of the background and contemporary history stuff, unfortunately, is all stuff we've already taken a look at and read. So we're going to start off with appearance and move down. SAMIRA is a beautiful woman with tan skin. She has an athletic and voluptuous physique, a round face with a mole on the right side of her lip, thick lips, wears an eye patch over her right eye, and her left eye is emerald green. Long black hair, which she wears braided in a French braid that falls over her right shoulder, on which she has woven golden jewels. She has a slightly revealing uniform of red and black colors with leather boots, a short skirt, and a short t-shirt that reveals her abdomen, as well as several tattoos on her left arm. Personality. SAMIRA is quite a stubborn and impulsive woman, determined to show that she's not afraid of danger, enjoying the adrenaline rush that it caused her. Despite everything, she cared a lot about her parents, wishing they were safe. True, she definitely does still care about her family for sure. Ability. Swordsmanship. SAMIRA proved to be very skilled with the use of the sword. Marksmanship. SAMIRA is excellent in the use of firearms, being able to use 2 pistols at the same time. Acrobatics. SAMIRA is an extremely talented acrobat, being able to perform acrobatics in the air, being able to combine her sword and pistol attacks with her jumps and pirouette. I feel like SAMIRA, ability-wise, kind of basic. I mean, don't attack me on that, but like, obviously she's really good with a sword, acrobatics, and a gun. But other than that, right? Like, there's so many other champions that have other things to them. Again, not hating. Relations. Parents. SAMIRA performed in street performances alongside her parents when she was young. While she enjoyed performing, they wished her to live a more stable life. When her family immigrated to Noxus, she had to support her injured parents by herself, but struggled to make ends meet. After becoming a mercenary, SAMIRA told her parents about her tattoos and impressive feats. SAMIRA is close to her mother, recalling the stories and advice she gave her when she was young. Oh, okay, now we have Xerath. SAMIRA was forced to evacuate a macro after it was attacked by Xerath's followers. Oh, it was his followers. and harbors a resentment towards him for his followers' destruction of her hometown. Okay, maybe that is learned about more in the voice lines. And then we have Captain Indari. Indari was impressed with Samira's bravery and commissioned her to be part of her own private warband. When Indari was caught in an explosion that severely wounded her, Samira risked her life to rescue her at the cost of her own eye. Despite Indari's shame towards her own failure, Samira knew that she understood her desire for thrills more than anybody and proposed to work with her again. Indari now supports Samira behind the scenes by providing her with mercenary work and takes pride in Samira's determination, though she can get frustrated at her recklessness causing trouble, though she has actually been conspiring with LeBlanc without Samira's knowledge. Right, that was such a crazy reveal to me that it was LeBlanc at the end of that story. Lana and Mael. I don't know. Samira obtained her guns from Lana and Mael, two Noxian gunsmiths. Okay, so they probably show up in the Legends of Runeterra voice lines, I bet. And then we have LeBlanc. LeBlanc sees Samira as an important factor in her plans to take over Noxus, so she indirectly manipulates Samira through Indari into carrying out her missions to benefit her own goals. Which is, again, I don't want to say LeBlanc is the most interesting thing about like the whole thing here with Samira, but it almost kind of is. Like, there's some interesting stuff here. I guess I say that, and then there's also the whole thing about Rel as well. Samira was unknowingly sent to find Rel under LeBlanc's instruction by proxy of Indari. There you go. And then Darius. Samira once fought Darius when he was under the influence of the ruination caused by Viego. Okay. Very cool, guys. We read the biography, the short story, and we've definitely done a lot of the ruination stuff, so it doesn't look like we really missed anything. And trivia. Samira is 32 years old as of 996 AN. She was born around 964 AN. She lost her eye in a successionist uprising in the Rokrund Plains that is the same uprising in the Black Powder Plot, which happened around 991 AN. Her favorite fruit is pomegranate. Those are very hard to open, I recall. Samira is an homage to character action games like Devil May Cry and Bayonetta. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I didn't even make that, because literally you use a gun and a sword in those games. Very cool. All right, guys, last but not least, let's get into the voice lines. All right, let's just dive into the Legends of Runeterra special interactions, and then we'll move on to the League ones right after. Here we go. We're starting off with, it looks like Samira and Jack.
All flesh, no fight.
Did someone bust up your teeth, or have you always been that ugly?
Oh, okay. Starting off with the sass from freaking Samira.
Bastard and the refugee. We're quite a pair, eh?
All I see is two successful entrepreneurs.
Okay, I like this
Fists
interaction
aren't the
between
most
these two.
effective weapon, but I admire your panache.
Just wait. You haven't seen me fight yet.
I really like her voice, the voice
Who brings
actress.
their fist to a gunfight?
Don't need to reload a fist.
I would actually love
You can't
don't
take
need to
me.
reload a
I'm
fist.
the
Is
best
hilarious,
brawler
actually.
here.
I hope so. I'd hate to waste my time on anyone less.
I would love to see Samira and Set
Anything
fight,
breaks,
actually.
chips, or you need a spare.
I'll be far too busy to notice.
Time for my arena debut, right, Samira?
Good thing you're dressed for the occasion.
Okay.
Wait,
Dashing dandy.
Sets here? How do I look?
Pretty as a picture. Knock 'em dead, tiger.
Okay.
These arena types look showy. I bet they pay well.
It's always the rich who are stingiest.
That's actually so
Hired a
true.
bodyguard? That's cute.
It's the door I'm guarding with my body.
I've come a long way for a fight. Don't let me down.
Funny. I was going to say the same to you.
So does Samira end up fighting in Set's arena? That's kind of the idea that I'm getting from these voice lines.
Of the mask. Sorry, it's going to get blood on it.
None of mine, anyway.
Looks like her and
A
Old
word of
Timer maybe fight.
advice? Let her win. She doesn't talk much. Doesn't
Brazen
need
Buccaneer.
To. Nice.
Inferna?
Flamethrower
Who's
hatchet
Inferna?
gun. I see Miel has made you something unique.
Okay.
I
There's
like
the
weapon.
gunsmith reference.
It deserves a name. She lets her weapon do the talking.
Samira has a liking to weapons,
My
we
kind
know.
of girl, gorgeous and deadly. Neat and quiet. My maman would love you. There are two types of people, the quick and the dead.
The quick
I know
and
it.
the dead. I mean, we do know Samira is
It's
very
hard,
quick, so.
But try not to stare. Virtues? I've got a few. Vices? A few more.
I love that voice line. That's a good one.
I didn't survive the desert only to die of boredom.
I would
Lucky
think
for them,
I would
the
think Samira is somebody that does actually get bored very easily. She has that kind of personality.
last thing they saw was me. Let's make the
That's
next
great.
mission riskier, huh? Oh, too easy. Where was the danger? Oh,
She's an
any mission
adrenaline
I
junkie,
walk away
straight up.
from can't have been that worthwhile. Let's face it, these people just have no taste. Let them have this one. They seem to need it.
What is the accent that we have on Samira? It sounds like there's a little bit of an accent, yeah?
Looks like you need a lesson in fashion and fighting.
If only you had something to teach me.
Oh, come on.
I have to hand it to you. You've certainly cultivated a look.
I only wear what I don't mind getting bloody.
So she does have like a little bit of a fashion sense as well. She wants to look nice while also doing crazy, you know, adrenaline junkie killing and all that.
A pit could always use more style.
There you go with
I've
style again,
noticed.
Oh, my mom
She
would
said I
never approve
noticed.
if she knew what I got up to.
My mama doesn't either, but mostly of my tattoos.
Nice fit. Is it for all that daring espionage?
Nice fit.
Nice shoes. They're for kicking the eyes out of spiders.
Ooh,
We don't
what?
really do masks in the arena.
Yo, I love the two interactions
you're
between
gonna be-
Set and Samira. I like the banter between them. I feel like is perfect. Like they kind of feel like they're like bantering, but they're also like best friends at the same time.
How many weapons you got on you exactly?
Enough to cause a mess.
Oh, I love
Don't
that
worry,
answer.
boss.
I love that answer. It's actually so good. Daring
This could be a
Demolisher.
big break. Maybe you'll find a rich patron.
Someone's gotta invest in all this experimental stuff.
Samira very
Trust
supportive.
me, you'll be sold out sooner than you know.
Well, you'll always be our favorite customer.
Ah, favorite customer. Okay, so that's why she's probably in this area. Maybe not necessarily fighting in the arena or anything, but maybe this is where she gets her weapons. Okay.
Hope you're ready to go out in a blaze of glory.
Can we cut going out and keep Blaze of Glory?
Don't worry, we either win or we die spectacularly.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Wait, say that second
The
part
second
again.
part is what he doesn't like. All right, I had a really good time with these. I think, you know, there's a lot of core aspects that we got from these voice lines. So it solidified really that Samira is definitely like, she just wants danger, she wants action, she wants the most dangerous mission, and it doesn't matter like what the cost is. She just is super confident, right? Like she knows she's going to succeed, or if she doesn't succeed, she's still going to kill everybody else around her and walk away, right? I did really love the banter between her and Set. There was no mention of Set in like the Fandom Wiki or anything like that, or in any of the relationships. So I don't know if it was just like by proxy of them being released at the same time in Legends of Runeterra, but I really love like the back and forth between them as well. Like they both kind of trash talked each other, but it was almost kind of like flirting, I feel like a little bit. I also really love whoever the voice actress is, like the voice for Samira is really awesome. And then we also, there was a couple voice lines in there about like the outfit and looking good and everything like that. And she was quoting, or she was also making remarks about other people's fits and everything like that. So she definitely knows to be fashionable, even though she's doing these dangerous actions and things like that. You would think, oh, I don't need to be in the most, you know, fashionable kind of clothing or anything like that. You would think most practical, but she actually cares about what she's wearing, and she makes comments about other people's clothing. I don't know if we Again, I don't know if by proxy, like, can I just maybe not take these into account lore-wise, but it almost seems like Samira is fighting in Set's arena, as far as I can tell from this, because of the interactions with, like, the Dashing Dandy guy and some of the other people. It definitely seems like she might have actually been fighting in this arena. You know, the trash talk with her and Old Timer, and then Jack as well. So, yeah, I think they might have had Samira fight in this arena, which obviously is going to help Set's arena earn some more money. And then she was also probably here for like the thrill of it, right? That would make sense to me. All right, let's get into the special interactions on League, starting off with Draven, it looks like first. Here we go.
I know your type, Draven. The kind of man who's compensating for something.
I mean, right on the nose? I don't know anything about
The
Draven, though.
sad mummy! My mama used to tell stories about you when I was a girl.
Oh,
How I loved them.
okay. There's stories about a
Shurima
Mumu?
needs no emperor.
Oh, whoa.
That
Pause on that one. The anger coming out of her voice there was very serious.
Bled
Wow.
would be better off without you, kid. You seem kind
Oh,
of
here we go.
pale, LeBlanc. Sure you're getting enough sun?
Okay, a little friendly banter.
Sarah, is it?
Yeah.
I've killed many captains. Let's see how you measure up.
I think that'd be a good fight.
A
Premise.
talking turtle? Okay, maybe I did have one.
These are great so far.
Sivir, You say you'll do anything for the right price. But what's the price of one's destiny? Hey, old man.
Ooh.
How long you got before that demon takes over?
Okay, that's a little bit like you're talking to Swain that way. That's a little, I mean, she's kind of working for him, so I guess she doesn't care, but...
Honestly,
All right, Thresh.
Lantern Man, not sure you can handle my soul. If it looks like a bloodsucker and it sounds like a bloodsucker, maybe I ought to kill it.
Yeah, okay.
Zereth, your
Zereth.
people ended my home.
Ah, there it is.
End your existence.
There's the voice line. Okay. I like that she has... Okay, so we have another character or champion that has hatred towards Zereth. Like, Zereth is just bad, right? I still haven't gotten to his reaction yet, but you guys let me know in the comments if I should
I'm
get
not
to
here
that
to
pretty
make
soon.
friends. Don't worry, Azir. You'll be remembered as a tyrant.
Oh, she really does not like Azir either.
Ah, what was your dumb name again? Leave the kid, take the gauntlet.
Okay. I hope that's not an
the
actual
first
mission.
LeBlanc I've killed. Probably not the last either.
Oh, wow. That's cool. That's a cool voice
Your
line.
guns have a better home now, Sarah.
Ah. It would make sense. She would
Not
probably
sure
take
if
those
I
guys.
just killed an Ascended or some kid's lost pet. Ah, well.
Sivir.
Yes, you don't need to run from destiny anymore, Sivir.
All right, mentioning Destiny again.
Be thankful I got to you before your demon did.
She really fixating on the
Don't
demon.
say I didn't warn you, Lantern Man.
Lantern Man. I love that she doesn't call him Thresh.
Ugh, gross. At least my boots are looking brighter.
Oh,
Shurima,
here we go.
No, the world is better off without you, Zereth.
Wow.
Maybe you should have
Condescending.
smiled more.
Oh, that's such a good voice line, though,
honest.
straight up.
Idiot. Not sorry.
All right, these voice lines are freaking great.
Done and dusted.
I mean, you guys know I love my sassy champ
Lucky
voice
for
lines.
you, the last thing you saw was me.
They're really good.
Messy, but effective.
Okay.
Oh, did I step on your moment? My time is precious.
Ah.
Your life is not.
Oh my god, it's so good. She could have just ended it with my time is precious, but no. She definitely would probably be a sore
I'm
loser.
just getting started.
Okay.
Stab you.
Joke.
Ugh, I missed a freaking cliff diving trip for this crap.
Dull.
It's all right if you don't like me. We can't all have good taste.
Oh, okay. That's a good one. I'm going to use that one.
Believe me, I faced worse.
Ooh, okay.
Live fast, die young.
Yeah, that's straight up her motto.
Another
Like,
round.
actually.
Ante-up. Look out, guys, gals, and other pals. Samira's back.
I wish I had the
Name's
energy she has,
Samira.
man.
Try not to slow me down.
Okay.
If you can't keep up, don't step up. I don't have time for fools.
There you go. Hey.
Listen up, you sorry lot. Only one rule for this mission.
What's that?
Take no prisoners.
All right.
I've got 2 rules for every fight. Don't ask for permission, don't ask for forgiveness.
Okay. All right.
The term PSYOPs,
PSYOPs, Samira,
short for
showing up.
psychic operations. My name's Samira, short for styling on idiots.
Okay.
I command, BRG, whatever. I go where the thrill goes.
Yeah. That still makes sense for regular Samira.
Refugee, mercenary, the inspiration of a generation.
Okay.
If they think I kill for fame and fortune,
No, I don't think she does,
they're
yeah.
idiots,
She straight
just
up does
like
not.
all the others. I chose this life, and sure, someday it might get me killed.
Right.
But till then, I'm unstoppable.
She's going to live it the best
Those
she
who
can.
followed the Ascended burned away my home. So don't expect me to follow anyone.
Okay, so she has straight hatred towards Ascended, it seems like, no matter what. Even though, like, Azir didn't have anything to do with, you know, Zareth destroying their home or anything. She still definitely has that hatred towards Azir because he's a tyrant or emperor. But that voice line there signifies straight hatred for Ascended.
Indari was a great captain. She taught me how to shoot.
Okay.
I taught myself how to kill.
Whoa.
I care most about my warband or my family. Order changes depending on who gets on my nerves. Born in Shurima, raised by Noxus. Maybe I'll die in Demacia to make things interesting, huh?
What the heck,
People
man? That's so
always
funny.
ask about my weapons. Right hand
they're
blaze,
cool.
left hand thorn. Vanquish on the back? Simple as that.
Oh, that rhyme,
Sometimes I'm
though.
the hero, other times I'm the villain. It's all a matter of perspective.
That's fair.
Growing
Hey,
up,
she's not
my
wrong.
mama taught me one lesson. Death isn't the scariest thing. It's a mother's rage.
Oh, okay.
Darius, Swain.
Uh-huh.
Those names mean little to me.
Ooh.
I answer to myself.
Okay. There's our answer.
Virtues? I've got a few.
Yeah,
Vices?
there's that voice line. It's a great
few
voice line.
more. Some choose steel, others bullets. Why not both? In every girl, there is a queen.
Okay.
I am the
Yeah.
beauty and the beast.
Oh, that's a good one.
Only need one eye to hit my mark.
Oh, I totally
Well-behaved
forgot that she
women
only has
don't
one
make
eye.
it in Noxus. I'm not built to win. I'm built to conquer.
She's built different,
Oh,
y'all.
how great it would feel to shoot my past in the face.
True,
Nothing
dude.
more lethal than comfort. I don't work. I slay.
Oh, I love that voice line. We heard that I think from the Legends of Runeterra video earlier. That's so good. I don't work, I slay. Come on.
Last person I loved.
Her voice
told
lines
I
are
was
so
too
good.
reckless. Their loss.
They're lost.
I never go out of style. Hope I get some.
I need her
blood on these
confidence.
boots. The color's a bit dull.
Man.
Danger runs from me.
Wow.
The Empire values strength. I value style.
Style.
We're good partners.
Yeah.
I'm the rose that survived the desert.
Mm.
Refugee. That label is where I draw my strength.
Wow. Okay.
Money buys a gun or two. Thrill buys a reputation.
She's more interested in
Why
reputation.
be average when I can be savage? I feel most alive when I'm walking the line.
She likes to rhyme sometimes.
Guns and swords go together like rice and saffron.
Okay.
The Ascended think they own my people.
Ah, there they go again.
They are
She doesn't
wrong.
like the Ascended
Life's
at all.
simple. Take the shot or lose the chance.
Okay.
My folks keep telling
it's
me to
true.
settle down. Not my style.
That is opposite of Samira's style.
Thrilling. Ha! Maybe I'll get
A lot of
tattoo
generic
to
move voice
celebrate
lines.
the
I love
occasion.
this. She loves tattoos as well. These, oh my god. Guys and gals. Let's roll it back. These voice lines were surprisingly so dang good. The interactions with the other champions, I was like already saying like these were pretty good. Like I was pretty excited and I thought these were really good. And then when we got to these long move and generic move voice lines, wow. We got like 5 minutes of those and they were so good. I mean, she has so many great one-liners personally. She has like tons of confidence. She doesn't care about what other people think. She's just like, oh, it's their loss, right? Like that kind of stuff. She's so confident that I love it, actually. And I mean, honestly, we can say she's cocky. Straight up, we can say she's cocky. But we also can say she's probably pretty happy. The way she's living her life right now, I think she's living it straight up to the fullest. So anyways, I don't think I have any questions about any of the specific interactions with any of these champions. We really learned that she straight up hates the Ascended because of Zareth. I'm assuming it's because of Zareth slaughtering her home. She just now hates all the Ascended, even if they had nothing to do with it. She doesn't really care for Swain. The Thresh voice lines were so good. The Vladimir voice lines were good as well. Other than that, yeah, I think I understood all of the interactions here, except for maybe Sivir, just because I haven't gotten to Sivir yet. And she mentioned her destiny twice. And I'm assuming it's just because she's the daughter of, or she's related to Azir. She's not the daughter of, but related to Azir, the same bloodline and stuff. That would probably be the only thing. I don't know what else it could be related to. Yeah, guys, these were so good. I really do love the champions that have super sassy voice lines. A lot of you do too as well. Like you guys love Aatrox's voice lines. You guys love Aurelion Sol's voice lines. I think you guys would also agree in saying that Samira has some really, really good voice lines as well. Like kind of not, I don't want to say maybe as good as Aatrox or as good as Aurelion Sol. I definitely don't want to say that, but I think she's up there in terms of like having those really trash talky kind of voice lines and just like being super funny, being super confident and cocky. I think they're super, super good. I think what we did learn from all of this is the one person that she would be afraid of is her mom, right? There's the one voice line about like there's nothing scarier than a mom's rage or whatever. So definitely like she still doesn't listen to her mom clearly though. She's still getting more tattoos. She's still not settling down. But, you know, it is her life. She gets to live it the way she wants to. But like, yeah, the voice line about the mom's rage is pretty funny and pretty realistic, like IRL as well, right? Moving over to see where Samira could go in the future. I mean, I think she's kind of in a perfect spot personally. She is just like that mercenary character, kind of doing missions and just trying to find thrill all around the world of Runeterra. But there's the most interesting aspects to her, in my opinion, like I mentioned earlier, is Rel and LeBlanc. So I haven't gotten to Rel yet. I know Rel is some sort of like weapon in some case. I don't know. I knew the little bit of background about Rel a while ago, but I don't recall actually like fully who Rel is. I know Rel's like super young, related to Noxus in some way. But other than that, like that's a pretty interesting factor because LeBlanc wanted Samira to go get Rel and she wasn't able to get Rel, interesting enough. And then LeBlanc is definitely like one of the more interesting aspects into seeing what could happen to Samira in the future because LeBlanc thinks Samira is key or a factor in helping LeBlanc take over Noxus. So in the future, maybe she will be a key factor in taking over Noxus and wanting to rule Noxus with LeBlanc. But I don't think that would be the case because Samira kind of just wants to do whatever she wants, right? So maybe in the future, she would probably like either defy LeBlanc or not really care what LeBlanc says. But LeBlanc has a lot of trickery. So she would maybe somehow trick Samira into helping her take over Noxus. Who knows? I think those are two like pretty interesting future aspects for Samira, the Rel thing and then the LeBlanc thing. All right, guys, I think that's going to do it for the reaction. If there's anything I missed, let me know in the comments. I think there's the Soul Fighter voice lines we could check out maybe in the future as well. And anything else like that, you guys let me know in the comments. Please do leave a thumbs up on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel. Of course, I have a bunch of other League of Legends reactions you can go ahead and check out. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.